Hello, everybody, friends of Rahti's COVID Coping live stream. Here we are, another Tuesday, 5 p.m., another Kabbalah card reading. I love these Kabbalah card readings. They are such a wonderful way into talking about the things we wrestle with and the things that clients are always bringing into their coaching sessions with me. And I'm also finding out people actually watch them. That's the kicker. That makes me happy in a way you can't even imagine. Anyway, so what is your mission and do you choose to accept it? That's the theme of today's live stream show. It's a little grandiose. Anyway, so we have two beautiful letters here. The first being the letter Tav. Tav begins the Hebrew word for tikkun, which has to do with purpose, as in life purpose, as in tikkun olam, to heal the world. It is not expected that we heal the world completely in our one known lifetime, nor are we free not to try. And so that I feel coincides beautifully with the second card I pulled, Tzaddik, which has to do with ethics, has to do with our sense of integrity, of being aligned with our values and what we believe. So ideally, I don't think ideally, I just think it's an ontological matter of definition. Your purpose is aligned with your integrity because it's what you are about. It is what you want to create. So what is your purpose? What does matter to you? And hence, what is it that you want to create? How is it that you want to leave the world slightly changed once you've been here? For the better, we hope. Otherwise, I'm not that interested in talking to you. I believe that anybody who watches this podcast is a wonderful person and wants to make the world better, wants to do their part to fulfill tikkun olam. So bring it on. If you're out there, feel free to text me, email me, just wave and say hi. If not, I don't know, I'll rant a little bit longer. That's fun. It's also interesting. Tav, I believe it is Tav or Tzaddik. I think it's Tav is the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. And it's a wonderful thing to finish off with. If you're going to complete an alphabet, the idea of purpose, redemption, those are all things that resonate with this letter, Tav. The final Hebrew letter is Tav, signifying that our cosmos is marked by cycles in all things, and that the ultimate end of this human cycle is joyful, complete redemption. Isn't that wonderful? Doesn't say the end of this human cycle is death. No, I think Kabbalistically, we're talking about human cycle in terms of many human cycles. And this aligns with Eastern philosophy in the sense that we just keep going around and around until we get it right. It culminates in complete, how does he put it? Complete joyful, that's important, joyful redemption. In the end, that's enlightenment. It is complete, joyful redemption and wholeness with all that is. So, fabulous. This is interesting. The soul's purpose on earth is to rectify, redeem, make whole. So, how is it that you want to use your life to do those things? Rectify, redeem, make whole. I've always been someone who feels that you have to start locally, act local. That starts with yourself. What is it that you need to redeem for yourself, reclaim for yourself to feel whole in this life? And how does that align with Sadiq? With Sadi, there's no K at the end. Sadi, you're perfect. Perfect. You are perfect. Your purpose. See, that's what's wonderful about making mistakes. You can always turn them into something else. Speaking of mistakes, I was doing a workshop with my coach this past Saturday, and she came up with the best definition of making a decision that I've ever heard. She defines a decision as a choice that we make, which will allow the universe to give us more information. So it doesn't matter what your decision is, it's going to be right. Isn't that liberating? I love it. Because if there's one thing that tends to hold people back, it's indecisiveness. I'm not saying you should make completely uninformed decisions, but usually people keep massaging and the decision-making process. They never feel like they have enough information. And the fact is, nobody can give anybody any guarantees about the outcome of anything. So at a certain point, you just have to jump. And it's reassuring to know that no matter how it works out, the universe is going to give you more information, and you'll take it from there. So if you stay stuck in indecision, you are abusing yourself. That's another one of my coaches, that indecision is a form of self-abuse. It really is, because it holds you in place. It keeps you from moving forward. It keeps you from evolving. So if you are having trouble with making decisions, that's a good reason to call a coach. Just saying. I wanted to go and explore Sadi a little more in relation to Tav and our purpose. So Sadi, what page are you on, please? Page 50. Very good. You were just 8 pages earlier. Sadi begins the Hebrew word for righteous, Sadiq, referring to one who follows the precepts of Jewish ethics. For millennia, our sages taught that Sadiqim are those whose spirituality is never secluded or secreted, but are those who eagerly embrace friends, family, and community responsibility. They embrace responsibility. What is your mission? And do you choose to embrace it? To strengthen your ethical awareness and influence, focus upon the letter Sadi, particularly when you see others acting from baser motives. It will fortify your own soul's integrity in everyday life. The presence of Sadi in a divinatory spread emphasizes the ethical dimensions, offshoots, and ramifications of a current situation. So just to be clear, Tav, your purpose, is on your left here. Looks like a bridge, right? And Sadi is on the right. Your ethics, that which lights the way. It rather reminds me of a dancer holding up a lamp, leaning to one side a little bit, right? What are the ethical dimensions of our choices today? What is the situation you're in all about? Seems to me we're in a very strange situation right now, because we're in a situation whereby what should just be what is, as in scientific medical reality, has become politicized. So things like whether to wear a mask, it has all of these ramifications that go beyond basic considerateness, from what we do know about health and hygiene and stopping the spread of any kind of disease. That's why I think nurses and doctors have worn masks for decades and decades. It has ramifications that go beyond simply common sense. They become ethical. It is your responsibility to heal the world, to wear a mask. So it's really a little intense now that we're arguing about such things, but there we are. And each of us has a life in which our choices and our circumstances have ethical ramifications. So if you are wrestling with the idea of purpose and what it is that you want to say with your life and do with your life, becoming aligned and attuned to what matters to you is a really big help. The other thing that's a really big help, though, is joy. I believe that service without joy backfires in the end. I think in the long run, first of all, service without joy is not sustainable. I just get this image of a pestle grinding a stone into the ground. If you are serving without joy, you will burn out. If you are serving without joy, but at the pleasure of someone else against your will, no good can come of it. Joy, choice, volition is an essential ingredient to purpose and service, in my opinion. Just a few thoughts today, inspired by these letters, Tav and Sadi, and I figure that it's time for us to think about those things, which is why the cards did come up. And I have found them personally to be very validating in terms of the work I do, in terms of the time I spend with you. So I hope you enjoyed this little COVID coping live stream. Feel free to share this. And if you're interested in learning more about the work that I do, you can go on over to my website, creativecallingcoaching.com, Creative Calling Coaching, one word. And if you like, we can even have a conversation to see how coaching can support you in finding and manifesting your purpose in this life. I will put this in the comments. You can simply schedule a time with me at go.oncehub.com/Coach Rahti. So I look forward to speaking with you, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.